Well, guys, we've hit August. 3 games under 500, but 3 games. I can do math. 3 games under 500. And it's time for Eflin. We need a win, man. Guys, we're going for the sweep. It's the Millennial ManCave. It is Jeff.
Jeff.
I'm the Jeff. How you doing today, Chef? For the day.
No worse for wear. I'm hoping we can hit at least 500 this season.
I think we can get there.
Playoffs are a little bit of a stretch, but
Yeah.
we're playing the long game.
Eh,
Playing the long game.
it's a build. This is not one of those ones we have 5 seasons to do. If you haven't checked those out, go check it out. But one that we will be bringing to MLB. The 5-season turnover. It is coming. But for now, we're on this one. Stay tuned for that. Just saying. Let's get this game going here. We got Eflin getting the start. Our first start with him. You know, a great player with a lot of upside.
Yeah.
So, excited to see kind of what his career is going to be like. I do have him on my fantasy team. He's had a pretty good year right now for the Phillies.
I think he's been up and down a little bit.
He's had a couple bad starts, but like any normal player, it is what it is. Nothing really here I feel like we need to make changes. I mean, we could take out Reddick if we want to see what Diaz brings. He's the only one who really is the tiredest besides McNeil.
Like, maybe we put Duffy in place of Nick? Just based on the fact we're facing a lefty in Montgomery.
Okay, I can get behind it. Let's go.
What do we have to lose?
Duffy's going to come in. He's going to go. And then let's change Reddick out for Diaz. See what the kid's got. I'm okay with this.
Hey.
We shall rock and roll through. Get your brooms. They are calling it. They want to see the MMC come out with a big dub today.
We all do.
Oh, don't we ever? I have last game just like eating at my heart. At my heart. And I cannot deal.
It was a tough one to bite, man. It was a tough one to bite. I have to step up my game. I just need more at-bats. I need to hit the cages. Offensively, I'm not doing it.
We are due for the batting cages, as you bring that up.
Oh, you know, summer's around the corner.
Yes, it is.
It's still snowed.
I bought batting gloves. I don't know where they are. That's a bad thing. Okay, Wilfredo Tovar leading here. So, Zachy boy. Hey, little slider.
We just throw a little appreciation for these powder blues.
Yeah, I like the powder blues.
I mean, it's not like the Blue Jays. I love the Blue Jays powder blues.
No, the Blue Jays powder blues are definitely up there for tops.
Philly.
It's well done. I gotta give it to him. Daddy. Yeah, I'm going there. Little,
by far.
Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
That movie, like, it takes time. It's not short.
No, it's not one that you can just give up on.
But,
not one. You could just do that too. Okay. We're gonna keep pitching through here. Is Adam Oh, okay, that's cut foul. So, game plan for today. Execute. Gotta be it, right?
I gotta get on base. Gotta do something.
Oh.
That's a catch.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. Quick. 1, 2, 3. Up and down for Eflin.
I feel like that was less than like 12 pitches.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Now we got the lefty up. We got your leadoff boy here.
Montgomery to me is not an ace. I mean,
his first pitch is a curveball. Can we just talk about that for a second?
Oh, he's a breaking pitch.
But a curveball is your one.
His 2 seamers coming in at 90.
Really?
Like, you called something. Weren't you just complaining last night? That's
gonna get roped right out to center. Nice, man.
You made good contact there.
I thought I did a lot more on that than what happened. I mean, come on. I called it. I hit it well. It was timed up. Like, show me my details is what I'm saying right now. Yeah. Oh, just early. Looks like looks like it's a pretty clean hit.
At the very least, you should be on first base on the ball.
That's gonna drop in.
You go down for that, that's a ground ball. As much as like you love calling pitches, that's a ground ball.
That's true.
1-2 count though, so be careful.
Oh, come on. That's gotta go Gapper. Gapper McGappyson. Yeah. 40 speed on the bag. That's double.
So if we actually were on base, I feel like that's now 1-0. If you got on base with that last hit.
Okay.
So, since our last episode, Jeff,
yep,
we have seen the #1 prospect of baseball come up.
Yes, we have.
What does that mean to you? How has he fared?
Oh.
How has he fared? He's batting like 250.
Yeah, he gets about 1 hit a game in his 4 at-bats through the first series. He's just touching his second series right now. They're on the road against his dad's Angels, which was, a super interesting storyline. Dad's been following them around, so Vladdy Sr.
It was awesome seeing Senior in the press box.
Oh, yeah.
Or in the press box is not the right term. What term? The box seats.
Speed galore. Yeah, he had a time, great, situation for family there. Vlad's family came up from Dominican. So, fantastic news for him. He's a great player, man. He brings an energy right now to the the dugout? Yeah, I call that right.
Yeah.
Why am I questioning myself? Man, sometimes these late shoots, my head don't unlike.
The thing I love about Vladdy's experience so far, so he started in Oakville.
Yep.
I love that the team was up.
Oakland, I said Oakville. I was like, what?
Anyways.
Oakville?
Oakland.
We're going local.
Oh, okay. Speaking of that, well, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is who we're playing right now.
Oh, come on! Didn't sign up for this.
There you go.
Oh.
I think it stands down.
Okay, so you're talking about Oakland.
So the one that I did like about him in Oakland, or how the Jays have kind of nurtured him into, is like, even the players are excited for Vladdy.
Oh yeah,
like they're up on the on the steps when he's batting.
Well, again, it's like we said, it's that energy he brings. He's a youth. He's 20 years old.
The second at bat, he almost went young.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful thing to see.
That was stolen. I think it was Piscotty. Or
Piscotty's in the right field.
No.
Left fielder.
Pinder? Yeah, they got a dirty outfield, man.
And there you go. Vladdy was a double on us.
Loriano, Pinder, Scotty. Pretty good. Now, that 52 speed, I don't know if I buy. Vladdy, he's got some stuff. I don't know if that's the stuff. But, yeah, you know what? He's shown well. Obviously, he's not maybe getting the start that people expect out of him. But
I'm glad no one's riding his ass.
But let's talk about Tatis, right? I mean, he came up. He had a pretty slow start. And now he's taken off. He's batting like 290, almost 300.
Yeah, he's averaged out now.
And unfortunately, he's taking a trip to the IL right now, which is a little tough. Hamstring injury. Those are kind of finicky. They're hoping, that he can kind of play.
You see the injury too, though, was on a stretch.
Was it?
That's the worst thing.
That's
so, you hope he didn't hyperextend.
The fear is there for a tear. That's a tough one. I gotta hope he's come back. He's on my fantasy team, on both of them, actually. And I'm really hoping I can see him come back through. Obviously, with Vlad Jr. being up now, great acquisition for me if he can start kind of, hitting like he was in AA, AAA. And I think it's only a matter of time.
There's nothing. It's gonna be a little bit of adjustment. That's all it is.
Adjustment period. Obviously, when you're going against major league pitching versus what you see in AA, AAA, it's a little bit different. You have guys that are a lot more composed, usually a little bit more polished.
Oh, especially if you start talking. I mean, Oakland, they don't have aces right now. I mean, Manaya's injured, covering. I'm just trying to think. Like, again? They're close.
1 and 2. Here it is.
If they do, it's not coming to mind right now.
Yes, he went up against, was it Wendelson? He went up against Wendelson. I think Triviano came out. One of the games. They were tight. Jays came back on 2 of those games, which they swept the series.
Yeah.
That was some pretty big news.
Which I can't tell you the last time the Jays was not packed. I think that might have been the first one this
been some time. But you know what? The Blue Jays are a 500 team at this point in the season. There's a lot of conversation going on about, where is their focus? Are you fast tracking, and I don't want to go hockey, but like the Maple Leafs, who are supposed to have a lot more of a turnover period, fast tracking because Kevon Biggio, Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette, these guys are all really good and really fast. And, Marcus Stroman and Aaron Sanchez have really come out this year. Like, these guys came out to play baseball.
Come on, Daddy.
Oh, that's getting down. Come on, Daddy.
I don't know why I'm calling Daddy.
Don't ask questions. But yeah, so I mean, like, these guys are fast tracking. You have pitchers that are both fantastic, and they're like 26, 25.
I touched on this last episode. I'm not digging Sanchez and his fingers. Tired of the hangnails. Tired of it.
Apparently his nail came off completely. That was the last update. I don't know if it's true or not, but
go drink a carton of milk, get back out there.
It's really it's a thing looking forward here is that the discussion that came out today after the whole, what do you do with Sanchez? What are you doing with Strosho? And the feedback is that Atkins and Shapiro are looking to get into a similar situation they're currently having, and it's getting more like 19, 20-year-old prospects with service time.
I mean, the thing with Stroman, I would say, has met expectations more than Sanchez. I think it's just because Sanchez can't stay healthy.
Yeah, the finger issue obviously is getting nowhere. But I mean, you want to dial back, right? Like if Vlad Jr. is amazing right away, if Bichette comes up and he's batting 300, you know what I mean? Like, you really want to now be waiting for pitchers to get better?
Well, that's the thing. We don't have a pitcher of that kind of caliber outside Nate Pearson.
So, I mean, Sean Reed Foley, he's a guy who has some potential.
He's
maybe
a 3-4.
Maybe a 3-4. There's Thomas Pannone.
I like Pannone.
You got Pannone. You know,
Baruki is injured.
Baruki, he's supposed to be burly, so obviously he's not maybe going to play that well this year, trying to, you know, adjust. But, you know, there's some guys there. Like, can't forget about Eric Pardinho. He's the Brazilian international player that they brought in. And then, you know,
with the leadoff double and
at the same time. Well, maybe not a leadoff. I think mine was a second. But, you know, obviously there's some guys in the system. Now, whether or not they are legitimate, that's, you know, in question still. Obviously, they're looking into it now. But, I mean, I don't know. Yes, I do believe maybe it does make sense to get younger. But, again, it's how young, right? Like, you don't want to go crazy waiting for these guys to be ready when you got Vlad Jr. who's ready. Because then you're doing the exact same thing you did to Sanchez and Stroman.
So here's my concern with if they do trade Sanchez and or Stroman, you know, and what return must you get? You want that player that is a prospect?
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't want to see the trade that we traded Happ to the Yankees. Drury, who's only now slowly starting to turn around, and McKinney, who to me he will only be a fourth outfielder at best.
And you know what? That is
There's
okay.
not high upsides.
No, and you know what? You need those guys, right? I mean, those are important. There was also the Jays apparently also went out and re-signed Ben Revere to a minor league contract. Thought that was interesting.
I love them.
It was a name we haven't heard in a while. And one thing obviously about Revere, he does not hit for anything, but man, can he get on base? Can he run? Yep. And is he still a half-decent defensive fielder? Right? So,
he never had an arm, so
no.
I don't think that's changed.
No. But, I mean, he can run stuff down. He's out there. He'll dive for balls. He's got the effort. Yeah, man. I mean, like, I don't know. The Jays are in a situation right now where, obviously, you got great prospects. They went from having nothing stocked to bringing in some great players. Man,
we are top-heavy on that.
Yes, we are.
We are literally the Bichette, Guerrero, and Biggio show. Honestly. That's why we rank as high as we do in the MLB draft. Farm system.
Are you having problems hitting right now?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gave you one there.
I think we...
Gave you one. Is that Montgomery on first?
No.
Walk Montgomery?
It's low by Tolan. But yeah, it's...
Come on, you gotta get this.
It's a situation for me where I think I understand, you know, why they would want to continue that young streak. But as a fan, as somebody who, you know, we've been waiting for so long for this Jays team to have relevancy.
Come on. We've been waiting, what, 2 years? Think about the Jays in the past with Delgado. How long that was waiting.
That was trash. They did nothing. They didn't make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, there's been too much of a wait time. And yes, we had the Josh Donaldson, you know, Jose Bautista, little timeline there. But again, that was it. It was a little timeline. Nothing came of it.
Well, you look at that team and how it was assembled, though. We didn't assemble that through our own drafting. That was through acquisitions.
Of course. And while you do want to obviously fix things with bringing in our own guys, something I'm a firm believer in, when you have guys already there,
you have 3 players.
It's tough, man. It is tough, you know.
You have 3 players. I understand what you're saying with Stroman and Sanchez.
From a pitching perspective, because like you said, that is their weakness. So if you have 2 guys there already, you know, maybe they're going to continue to look to guys like a Shoemaker, right? Go sign someone who's looking for an opportunity, you know, trying to get himself sorted out, you know, coming off a lot of injuries and whatever. I think that's kind of where it feels like the issue lies. Man, I cannot get a hit off Montgomery to save my life. Save my life. But yeah, I mean, like, you look at what they did getting Buckholz this year. You know what I mean?
But I don't know. Do I feel it's the right trade to make? Yes, because I feel like you're not going to get... Like, Stroman has never had as high a value as he does right now.
Yeah, he's up there right now, which is great.
So, have to capitalize that.
I know,
Sanchez is not going to be the number 2 starter we thought he was going to be.
I'll keep fingernail. That's going to be the sum of his...
That's the sum of him
his
being in
timeline,
Toronto.
right? Yeah. I mean, right now, that is the conversation piece that everybody likes to talk about.
Sanchez was in our farm system with Syndergaard. Like, he was part of the trio.
Let's not go back there, man.
And look at
Those are some deep, dark times.
the development of both players. Not saying Syndergaard's been healthy either, but
Yeah, Syndergaard, obviously, with the Mets right now, it's been a problem for them. Like, they cannot keep him on the mound. Becoming a large issue. Darno never panned out for them. So, I mean, you look at that deal and you're like, well, the Jays made it to the playoffs with Dickey. The Mets made it with Syndergaard. But Syndergaard, from a long-term perspective, hasn't panned out. And he's had great seasons, don't get me wrong. He's not a,
that is not gone.
Lines in the sand. That was.
I'm like, what was the bounce? I'm like, is it supposed to get off the wall?
Yeah, we really don't know. We never really know with these things.
Those are true bloody numbers now.
MLB, man, they just get it done.
They are brilliant.
But, yeah, I mean, Syndergaard, I'm hoping injuries don't ruin him. There's so much I want to see from him. Even though he's not a J right now, we've always been big Syndergaard guys.
Electric arm.
But one guy I kind of want to touch on in this episode is, have we seen the end of Chris Sale? It's tough, man. It is. Where has it gone is my question. Like, you don't just get bad like that. You don't forget how to pitch.
I refuse to believe.
But so what would be the reason to play him? If he's not healthy, why is Boston keeping the lineup? Why are they not looking into, if he needs surgery, get that done? If he needs 6 to 8 weeks rehab, put him out there. Like, why are you keeping him in the rotation right now and potentially ruining his career? You just re-signed him to that big contract.
Oh, everything you're saying is proper. I mean, players go through slumps. That happens all the time. Red Sox are, well, if not the worst team in our division right now, they're just above Baltimore.
Okay.
So the whole team is in a funk.
So I get a slump, but a slump doesn't take off like 5 or 6 mile an hour off your pitches.
0 for 5 in 6.
Like, none of it makes sense right now because he is such a killer. When that guy's on the mound, he's lights out. That whippy arm action, like, he's a guy, man. He's one of those guys that any team would be lucky to have a starting pitcher. Boston was able to woo him over from the White Sox.
Yeah, we paid top prospects.
Kopech went over, guy who we haven't seen yet, right?
Again, he can't be in.
I mean, it's going to be another situation like, is he going to be a Syndergaard? How many injuries? How long till he reaches? You know what I mean? He's a fireballer like Syndergaard.
Yeah, but still very young.
But is he, though? Is he not in his mid-20s?
I was like 22.
I'm fact calling this one.
What our channels become. Fact checking.
Fact check. I need to know, how old is Michael Kopech? I think maybe 22. That's kind of where my head's at.
That's what I said.
Now that I think of it, that's where my head's at.
I don't see him being 24.
23 turning... No, sorry. Turned 23 April 30th.
Let this go.
So,
they call this
a recent 23. Recent 23.
So we pretty much called it 22.
So if he's missing this entire year with Tommy John, that means he'll start the season next year at 24. Well, a month into the season. 24.
Well, he was out as of last year. But he'll be coming back.
But there hasn't been any news of him being back in already. And if he does, at what level is he at? How long is it taking? Come on.
He's
Come
running.
on.
He's running. That means it's gone. That is my first home run.
Springer dinger.
Springer, I got a double and a jack.
Let's go. Maybe Springer's your guy.
Woo!
And you were talking about trading him. Maybe he heard you. Well, that's Chef Tom just
that
going,
makes me feel better.
Going, yeah.
That makes me feel better.
But I mean, yeah, man. The Sale, Kopech, like, it's sad how many of these quality pitchers. You know, we talked about, like, Lance McCullers. Guy who's down this year. He's streaming now as a streamer on Twitch. Trying to, you know, waste time until he's back into things. Yeah, man. Okay. question for you now. I know, guys, we go Jays heavy. I apologize. That's our hometown team. Although Tom is a Boston fan as well. So if you're the Blue Jays, you have Kevon Biggio who's killing the minors. You got Bo Bichette who's out 6 weeks.
Might be less. It wasn't a full break.
Fantastic news. Okay, even better. Less than potential 6 weeks. How soon is the right time to get these guys up on the show? Because they say that with the movement of, you know, Sanchez, Smoke, Stroman, maybe some of the older pieces that they have, all this is supposed to open up potential for these guys to reach the show this year and get some major league experience. Because Rowdy Tellez, they move Morales, they move Smoke, first base is now his.
Which I'm happy with. I've been pleasantly surprised with him.
Well, I find with Rowdy, his thing is that when he gets at-bats, he's fantastic. He's not one of those guys who can sit on the bench for 3 or 4 days at a time.
No, he needs at-bats.
No, he needs to be out there, and he hit a grand salami.
That was awesome.
So he's a guy that I definitely think there's been a lot of excitement for a while.
I mean, I don't care. He's a blue chip prospect at best.
Which is fine.
But
if he hits 270, 280 with like 20 home runs a year and he's a good first baseman, you're laughing. You know, left-handed at bat too.
Which
great.
I'll take.
It's gonna be sad to see Smoke go though, because he almost felt like the next Joey Bats in the sense of like his career seemed like it was over. And he came to Toronto completely rejuvenated. Smoke was a guy that you and I have been fans of for a long time, dating back to Seattle days.
Just never hit his potentials.
Never came, man.
And
never
lo and behold.
Like, do you think it's something with the Jays? Like, is it our hitting coach? Like, what is it that's bringing out hitting with players in Toronto?
That are past their primes.
Doesn't make sense. Joey Bats was thought to be utility guy. Encarnacion, yeah. When he came over.
Waivers.
Ow. What, like... It's a question I've wondered for a while.
I mean, this is a deep question, honestly.
Hey, man, that's what we do. We go deep here. Like, I just want to say, they're saying Randall Grichuk is showing a lot better as well with the Blue Jays.
Well, I'm also going to say Freddie Galvez is incredible.
God, like,
I did not expect that at all.
340. It's stupid. It makes no sense. He was brought in as a depth guy to hold on to shortstop until Bichette came up.
I'm so happy with what I see.
Can I just talk about how happy I am with what I'm seeing right now? You're just freaking... You got him on lock. Like, you got Montgomery. You're feeling it. I'm loving watching it, which is great for me. This is fantastic. So you keep doing things, and I'll just try and keep runs off the board when I'm pitching with Eflin. Like, this is your game.
No early, please don't put this on me.
If I had to name this right now, it would be the Chef's Resurgence. Or how about the Chef's Dish?
That's moving. That's moving.
Or how about Dessert with Chef Tom? Comment below. Let us know if you want to see some more fun, creative names that are just kind of totally out there. That is a total MMC thing that we would do. He's giving you a lot of away, though, I noticed. The breaking balls have continued.
Oh.
I can't get up the ladder. Unfortunate. Yep. You did good there, sir. Springer Dinger. Getting on base quite a bit there.
I got bullshit. I feel like Eflin should have got us an insurance run. Effin.
I'm,
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was
Heidi?
able to discuss the
Heidi?
current state of...
Why does Heidi get prime time?
I don't know why she's
Why
here.
does she get prime time in this game?
She's making weird faces. I can't really deal with
Just threw us
this.
out. We were had like good vibrations happening there. The Marky Mark.
Like Jose Lobaton. Okay, I'm gonna get the bullpen started here. I'm not hitting with him, which worries me a bit. So we got the switch righty lefties. Really doesn't even matter.
I didn't even know they had Cano. I don't remember facing
You know what? Vincent's been lights out. Let's get him up. And lefty. You know what? Liberator. We got him for a reason. Let's get the situational potential going. He is tired, but he's not dead. That is going to be my answer to that question. Now let's see if Eflin can start getting us back into this
You
one.
want to talk days? I'm gonna do you
Red Sox.
With that, the
No,
Cubs get
I'm
their
gonna throw you MLB.
Okay.
I'm gonna be nice. You are taking over a brand new team, MLB's 31st in expansion. Okay? For some crazy reason, Yelich and Bellinger come up.
Immediately. Yelich.
Regardless of the fact he's had history with injuries.
His defense is far
His arm is ridiculous. I'll give you
far
that.
superior to that of Bellinger. I know Bellinger's a little bit younger.
Bellinger has been making records right now.
He has, but Yelich has also continued his MVP type play all the way through into early this year. He hasn't slowed down at all.
Oh,
At all.
they're both phenomenal pieces.
That's why I feel like there's, no real true answer to this. But I love the fact that obviously with Yelich, you're getting a solid center fielder. Got lots of range, stellar arm, can hit anywhere in the lineup.
You make it interesting, because you're right. Between Yelich is a superior defense defender.
Yep.
I will give you that. Comparing apples to apples, they're both outfield. I'm almost certain. I know
Bellinger-
Yelich plays all three.
Bellinger can also play infield. Plays, I think it was first. They brought him in as
Honestly, I hate to not to undermine it, but I feel like playing first is to hide someone on first base.
so when they said Vladdy might end up on first.
Hide.
You know what? I don't mean to kind of hijack you off the rails here a little bit, but Vlad's been showing well defensively. I'm calling bullshit on people who are calling this kid out.
We're like 4 games in.
I don't care.
Give it some time. He
I don't
hasn't
care.
committed any errors.
He's shown a cannon for an arm. He's shown that he's a lot more agile than people are leading on. And he's got a great eye at the plate to draw some walks.
That's
Loving
his dad
it.
right there.
It is. And you know
Dad
what?
right
He
there.
even takes the ball like his dad. Where he goes like ass out and overlooks the plate. And he leans in. I love it. Love what I'm seeing.
So
I am also failing you in this episode, but continue.
I gotta jump different. Now I was thinking, like, man, I don't think. I can't tell you the last time baseball brought a new team.
Swinging a hard liner to
Oof.
center field.
So that being said,
I'm just gonna go
If
one, 2,
baseball-
3 up and down both times.
if baseball were to develop a fantasy draft,
Yep.
in your mind, Jeff, run us through the stipulations.
If there was a fantasy draft in baseball,
Expansion draft, not fantasy. Expansion draft.
I mean, you're gonna have to take notes from like the Hawks. Oh
Come on.
my God, Rizzo. Riz is getting on my nerves. Hurting my heart a little bit out here. Giving them potential.
That ate him.
But, okay, so you're talking fantasy draft, you're talking baseball.
Talking.
Fantasy draft, sorry. Same kind of thing, basically.
Oh, fantasy, you're gonna see fucking the Harpers and everyone available.
It's basically the same thing. It's like doing a freaking fantasy draft. It's like starting up a franchise mode in MLB and getting to draft one player from each team.
One player from each team, but what are the stipulations?
So I think,
Can you pull Guerrero from the Jays?
well, I think obviously there's, again, so what I was saying about pulling it from hockey is that there obviously has to be an allowance to each team to save so many players.
So hockey was what, 10 players? It was.
Hockey was a little bit more particular. It was based on age and then based on high-value players. How many high-value players you had and so on and so forth. So I think they'd have to pull that here as well. Like you said, you can't have the Bryce Harpers of the world upward and available unless there's like a super stacked team. Like if you look at the Yankees, let's say in a crazy world, they had Harper, they had Judge, they had Stanton.
Well, theoretically, they could have, if they wanted to, have gotten Harper and Machado this past roster.
Could have. Let's say they had them all. Rule might say you might only be kid them. You know what I mean? Because outside of that, it hits a threshold for, let's say, a contract value. The others would be open. Right? And then, like, you can keep some of your top prospects, obviously, because there's no chance that baseball is going to let top prospects just being grabbed by whoever. And then everything in between is open for business. I think that's exactly how you'd have to do it. But, I mean, baseball obviously is a much different ball game, seeing as though the rosters are huge. How much you actually have to fill out, right?
So, okay, give me this. As I give me this. How many additional players must be kept? So, rosters. What? It's a 40-man protected roster.
Yep.
Right? So, of the 40-man roster, how many in the expansion are you allowed to keep? In the 40. Because the 40 is going to be the 40 people that you want on your roster.
It's got to be...
20? Like, it's 50%?
No. It's got to be like 10 to 12 that you can keep. Everybody else is
Exposed. Holy shit, would that ruffle shit.
You have to.
That team would be incredible then.
That's the point, though.
That 31st team would be incredible.
But what that does is it allows for the other teams to still stay relevant keep their real star players, but they potentially have to lose a decent player. And really, when it comes to bringing an expansion team, it immediately brings relevancy to that team.
And so then I'm going to challenge you again. 12 players. Name the 12 Jays today.
Well, keeping in mind that, you know, right
You
now,
can even pull up the roster.
like Vlad is up, right? So right now, based on his age, if they follow similar to what Hockey did, he might not be considered as a guy who would have to be protected. Same way that Matthews, Marner, and all those guys did, right? I think it's maybe if they're on their rookie contract. I can't remember exactly what the stipulation
it was. Rookie with the Jays. That would be.
Something like that, right? So if you look at it, the Jays' main prospects are good right now. So if I'm, you know, let's say Atkins, Shapiro, and I'm looking at guys who are readily available who are not my rookies, which is where most of my cards are.
Let's do this properly. Pull up MLB Jays 40-man roster.
So if I go, but I gotta go 12, right?
But at least you know the 40 players they have to protect.
Okay.
Come on, let's do this proper. Do this proper. We're only in the 6th inning.
Okay.
I'm excited for this.
Well, first two immediately is Sanchez and Stroman. You're not letting them walk for nothing. Those are guys you're looking max value, so there's your two, right? You're going to be making those deals. Let me pull up Jay's 40-man.
You got 10 to go.
Like, I feel like it'll probably be pretty simple for me, to be honest. The Jays don't exactly have a ton that needs to be saved. Okay, so here's their 40-man. You know, Vlad Jr. counts on it, but...
So, then he's on it.
But technically,
He's on it.
he's a rookie.
I don't care.
No,
we're talking 40-man, Jeff.
You're doing baseball, hockey rules, though.
We're creating our own fantasy or our own...
And we said that it would have to pull from hockey. So the rookies would be not a part of that. But now, that means Gurriel Jr. would count. Because he did probably get enough service time last year to be considered a non-rookie. Right? So, with that being said, Ryan Baruki probably got enough time, so it'd have to be him. Ken Giles.
Guys who would keep Giles.
Need a good closer to get, you know, Jays
He's
right
been
now.
very...
He's been okay, and plus, in the locker room, he's been doing stuff. I'm okay with it. So Sanchez is 3. Stroman's 4. Who else we got? So Gurriel 5. Smoke 6. Pelez 7. Grichuk 8. Hernandez 9. That's 9. Now you kind of get into the questionable, right? Because I would keep Luciano, but he's a rookie. Merriweather doesn't really count. He hasn't really played. Panone's a rookie. Reed Foley, is he on the cusp? I don't think he had enough service time last year.
Also think that this is a player, like, this draft did not happen for a couple years.
Okay, so then, yeah, Reed Foley would have to be a guy you'd keep. So let's say 10. You know what? Ryan Tepera. I like Tepera. He would be an 11. And Danny Jansen hasn't, but if we're saying it's in a couple years, you're hoping Danny Jansen's one of them. But you can't go hypothetical couple years, because then Vlad Jr. wouldn't count.
That's why I say we gotta stick true. That makes it even that much harder. Because then you have to protect your prospects.
Yeah.
You have to protect big 3. So, yeah.
Which is
So you put that into play.
not even a question. But then you're also probably saying that Stroman's gone by that point. Sanchez has probably gone by that point. So again, a lot of hypotheticals there, right?
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. At that point, I'll be out.
It's hot takes galore at this point. Alright, but where are we at now? You still got my 2-0 lead, which is great. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna say, guys, like...
You did the work. I'm just here trying not to give up runs. If I can do that, it's...
That's surprising for me.
What is wrong with our fielders?
That's surprising.
This never happens for us. Never happens for us. Like, come on, dude. Give us a break. Oh, it's not last game. That's really what ruined it for us, to be quite frank.
Couple errors and then the...
Ugh. Yeah, that's up.
I thought that might have dropped in, so I'm happy to see that actually.
Go, Springer can make a play. One out here. If I can turn a nice double play, this would make me extremely happy. So 1, Bovar, over.
I like the stipulation. I'd be very curious to see if you guys could hypothetically build into this idea of having expansion.
Yeah,
expansion.
how would
franchise.
you guys do it? So for you guys who are hockey fans, or even if you're not, what would your ideal situation and rules and regulations be for a potential baseball expansion draft for a new team?
I take back the protection. I really want to say it's.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And
Oh,
Oh, he gave you that. Gave you that, but that I will gladly take. That was a beautiful.
Michael Feliz.
attaboy. Okay.
So guys, tell us what you think below, because that to me is a huge,
It's a
huge topic of discussion you can have.
it's a fun conversation, and I mean, obviously, you know, the way baseball's going, they've talked about for a while, potentially going and getting another, you know, another franchise up in the business.
It'd be, I can't tell you, in all honesty, when MLB got its last thing, I want more. And we lost the Expo. I mean, I can think that really, we didn't gain a team as much as that team moved from the Expos to the National.
Yeah.
But outside that,
But it's a trade per se, right? Like there wasn't a
yeah, it's not increasing the league from 30 to 31.
Yeah, no, it was a clean 1-for-1.
Very, very. Anyways, so food for thought, guys. Comment below what you think on that aspect. I think it's awesome.
I think it'll bring some great discussion. We'd love to know what you guys think.
Awesome to see what that, especially if you think it's just to the 40 man, what could happen, what team could be built.
I don't
That's
like
that awesome hypothetical.
what I've done this game. My timing's off. Everything's off. And I had a really good last road to the show, which is making me even more angry about this episode right now. Like, I'm hurting right now. Do not appreciate this at all.
I'm still being quiet. I'm still. There you go.
That's
No, he's running. He's running. Oh,
one drop. Just my line. Okay, that's 3. I got you up, Barnes and Hader. And luckily, I hopefully will not have to bat any other times this game. You can get through yours. I'll try and close it out. But yeah, Vincent's up. He should be doing okay. But Barnes and Castle and Hader should be good to go for you. They're warmed up. But it was your counts. I mean, it makes sense.
I'm gonna dance.
He was a big acquisition. Super happy about what he's brought. He's got us like a sub 1 ERA, like a 1.4 or something stupid like that. If I remember correctly. Fact check me on that, guys. Pull it back through as we pulled him in. I definitely know he was up there. Probably one of the lowest ERAs for relievers. The thing is, like, if I remember correctly, when we did a quick stat check after the last episode, he had a lot of innings as well. Like, he's eating innings like it's his day job right now. A lot of respect for this man. No, obviously not young. He's
Oh yeah, baby.
I believe he's in that early to mid 30 range. Vincent.
I think.
I mean,
Alrighty.
the one beauty really for me with relief pitchers in baseball is like you really never have to worry about age. Because these relievers, they pitch till they're like 38.
As long as you have good arm health.
Yeah, like you go and get like a 31-year-old reliever and you're not like panicky. You're like, no, this guy pitches like 40 innings a year. I don't care. Let him do what he has to do. Make sure you manage his arm well. As long as he executes, he's worth it. Whereas in all other sports, when you start getting guys up over that early 30s, question marks galore. Football, hockey, soccer, the question marks come out right away. Whereas it's nice that baseball doesn't happen that way. But then again, something we've always discussed about baseball is that when it comes to like pure physical health, not as high on the list per se. You know, for every player. Like, as Bartolo Colon shows us every year. And Vincent is just funny right now.
That's a ground. That was the heart of the lineup.
That was disgusting.
That was the heart of the lineup.
We've held him to five hits. Not too shabby.
I am pleasantly surprised with my outing.
Having a good one, and you're counterbalancing because it's definitely not me doing shit all for you. My hitter's eye was bad, guys. I apologize. You guys are probably going to chirp me saying you're swinging at everything. I know. I started off bad with Montgomery, but go watch my road to the show. That's my feedback. Sorry for yelling at you guys. You know we love y'all, but sometimes this game just gets under your skin. Okay. But I guess that's all. That's all. Baseball, hockey, soccer, football, all the goodness that we play.
Oh, and things do not come as you plan. Obviously. Naturally. Okay, here's my last question for you.
Of the episode?
Of the episode. We trade Stroman. What is a must? on a top 5 prospect? Plus a position. Is it a pitcher you want back?
If you asked me this question 3 months ago, I'd probably say, yeah, you're probably still looking for maybe some outfielders. Maybe you're looking for a little bit more depth, you know, somewhere in the field. But I think right now, with what we've seen with some of these rookies, what we've seen with some of the young stars coming up here, I think it's a easy. You give me a pitcher who's got potential. I'd say B, like bare minimum, like the B-rated prospect equivalent. Bare minimum, and like a 19 to 20-year-old pitcher. It's got to be there, and you're probably.
So you don't care what that prospect is.
You're getting multiple pieces. Oh no, it has to be a pitcher in my eyes.
So you're requesting, in your mind, B-rated prospect pitcher,
Yep, and probably
plus an additional pitcher.
some pieces of whether it's pitcher or whatever from
Now,
there.
must they be MLB ready, or can they be a couple years down the line?
One max. I think anything else from there, and you're just setting yourself back way too far. Again, you're trying to work it out with Vladdy's, right? And right now, like, Vladdy's time could be starting next year, starting the year after. I mean, who knows where this kid's ceiling is, right? So, you need someone who's close, at the very least. That would be my feedback on that one. Now, if I flip the switch, who are the Blue Jays? What is your thought on the matter? Trading Stroh, we're trading Sanchez. Let's start off with Stroh. Same question you asked me.
I agree. I think you definitely. So the team that we trade him to, with how
Oh, you got to be kidding me right now. Are you for real? Slider in on the hands inside. This guy goes yeah. A guy they called off the bench. You got to be kidding me right now. So while this has been your game, I can assure you this has not been mine. Man, I was not ready for baseball today. Apparently. The worst part is I'm fighting a glare. That's right where the freaking thing is.
I don't know how much more I got to do, Jeff.
Listen, I gotta go in the bottom of the 9th, alright? I'll try my best to do something. Maybe I can make up for that bullshit I did last game. But if we lose, it's on me. Yeah, thanks, man. I feel like this is like the Montreal clap where the goalie makes a save.
Okay, Price clap or
Yeah.
the
Patrick Waugh. No.
So I feel you're right. I think whoever we trade Stroman to, I definitely think Stroman will give us help based on how he's playing.
Currently, yes, 100%.
I'm saying if we were today, I feel like you have to get at least from the opposing trade with a top 10 prospect in there,
Makes sense.
bar none, top 10. I'd even push it to say top 5. Talk about some of the best pitchers that aren't in the get like let's with a W.
Oh,
with the
Forrest
Astros.
Whitley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Due to come up this year, potentially.
do I think you can take that trade? No, I don't think you can get that caliber of prospect for
Yeah,
Stroman.
he's not only top for them, he's top for baseball. That's a tough one.
So I don't think it's out of question to like get maybe. I'm trying to think of like past trade. Like hypothetically, I think wouldn't be wrong to ask for like maybe a Quantrill from like the San Diego farm system.
Who's actually getting a start tomorrow for San Diego.
You know, I'm big on Quantrill. I wish he had fallen to the Jays when he was drafted. He's a Canadian boy. His dad was part of the Jays.
Yep.
I think that's not out of the question. And he was linked to going to San Diego. So, God forbid, if things play proper, who knows? But I think on the high end, that's where we can hope. Yeah, buddy.
That's huge.
That's huge. That's runner and scoring position now.
Oh, don't give me this. No. Come on. You know I have not done anything today. Do not need anything. Telling me I got underneath that? Really? Really? Come on. All right, Duffy.
I'd be very curious of the three people that are traders now. I'd be very curious to see what type of return we can perhaps get. Or Smoke. The Smoke has had better seasons with us. This is not his best. I mean, you can capitalize on the fact that he's the fatal. Can't say like he's a switch hitter at first base. He's been great defensively.
Yeah, he still does. His defense really has never faltered, right? I mean, I think that's the big piece for me. No. I'm rattled. I know. How I got to this point, guys, could not tell you.
Doesn't matter.
I'm just like, what am I doing with my life, man?
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to
Sure.
bear down.
What?
You're gonna be my boy so far this game.
Yeah, I've had no boys. I've made no friends this game. Apparently, they called up a guy off the bench who can crush a Josh Hader slider in on the hands. And good for him, I guess, but probably completely unrealistic.
And Hader is tough.
Yeah, which is why I'm calling bullshit on that.
Really is tough.
He's been doing pretty well, man. Milwaukee again. I got him this year.
I feel like
Jesus Everyard.
I've been.
He's 0 for 4, and you got the righty on righty. This is kind of in
So look at his power box.
your favor right now. Give him nothing. Give him nothing.
Anyway, sorry.
No, just say I got Hader in my fantasy pool. Maybe that's what I need to get off my mind, guys. I'm gonna give you a quick fantasy update. How'd you guys like that one?
I mean,
You like that one? I'd like
your
that one.
team's on the IL. So, I mean, it's expected that you kind of hit a little bit.
My team is the IL at this point.
You've changed your name to IL.
Very soon. So, at catcher, I still got Wilson Contreras. I got Fred Freeman, a little bit on slump recently. Jose Altuve, he is the definition of slump. Ryan McMahon, who got injured, started off half decent.
He's been making.
He has only batting about 240 or so right now, so I'm kind of holding on to him, hoping that he has a little bit of a jump the back end of the season. Freddie Galvis, I was able to steal off the waiver wire.
That's impressive.
Loved it. That 340 average we talked about. Steve Piscotty,
Yes.
he's been one of my guys who started off extremely slow, but he's like batting 290 now.
He's very street that fine, but that's Piscotty 100.
But I mean, sorry, so he's dropped back down to 263 now, but he was in about a 290 before the Jays. So I mean, not too bad. Haniger, he just came off being injured. You know, he's lost 7 home runs, so he's definitely got that power for me. Go. Vlad Jr., my big boy. I just picked up Andrelton Simmons. That was one for me I definitely needed because, dude, he's playing the Jays right now. He's 2 for 3, and his current average before today's game was 282, and he batted 292 last year. So also having a great season. So, I mean,
That's surprising that a caliber of that player is there.
offensively turning a corner, right? I mean,
you guys are also what, like
we're
14?
at least 14, 14 to 16. So, I also had to go out, so a couple injuries on my side. I had Sean Kingery and Fernando Tatis Jr. both on the IL now.
Tatis is where but from what I've heard so far, nothing.
Yeah, no major updates.
Oh my God, that would have been.
As of yet, we are waiting for some details, but and this it is leading to Louis Urias, another big prospect, second baseman, to be called up now as well for the Padres. So that should be big. Interested to see how that pans out. So I picked up as well to replace Tatis, David Fletcher, another guy from the Angels, utility guy, and he's batting 307 this year. And we're not talking about like a couple at bats, like. He's got substantial ABs. He has 88 at-bats this season. So not a small sample size for that kind of average, so I jumped on that. You guys probably remember I got Trey Mancini still from Baltimore. He's still having himself a year. Still doing great. I think he might have slowed down a bit. Nope, 355 average. But he's day-to-day, coming off an injury, so he should be back soon. I went out today and actually dropped Kurt Suzuki. He has not picked up this year at all. Typically, like, back to his standard. So I was able to pick up James McCann from the White Sox, who's batting 357 this year. Very surprising. I think he might be. And if he's not, he's still getting a lot of No, so he's behind Wellington Castillo. But he's batting 178. So he's stealing starts from him. So something I just took a chance on. You know, obviously Kurt, he's on the older side. He's not definitely starting every day. So I gave myself an opportunity with, you know, taking a chance on a guy who might be stealing some time, especially as my backup. So I said Tatis, said Kingery. On my pitching side, I'll get back to it. I know I'm not going to do anything. So
I need you to have a better mentality right now.
I'm trying, all right? That's why I talked about my fantasy team.
We're going to do this. We are going to do... I feel like a lot more games end 3-2.
Yeah, like, this has summed up the show for me this year, basically. It's just be great if I can figure out how to play it and start doing better with my life. Couldn't give me that one, eh? Good job.
Gave you a way worse one.
Okay. Okay.
So, let me ask you...
Ooh, we're back to questions again.
Yes. Well, we're in extra...
We're in the extended side of things now.
We're in...
Got him.
Nice.
Got him.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Love you, Vladdy.
Let's bring home what is your feeling about...
Oh!
What is your feel of Tim Anderson and his Tiger?
So,
is it good for baseball? A player like Tim Anderson really...
I know where you're going with it.
Like he's not the face of a baseball team.
He's not the upper echelon. I get it.
He's having a really good year right now. Not really forecasted that he would be gaining this.
No.
So does he have the right to play the way he plays with attitude? I love passion. I love it. I love the bat flips. I love it all.
Funny you said that, because that was gonna be my question to you. I was gonna say, counter question, how do you feel about the bat flips? So like when Joey Bats went out and did that big, very animated bat flip against Texas in the playoffs, were you pro or against it?
There's a time and a place. Playoffs, everything fucking goes. I don't care. That, to me, is iconic. Not just for Blue Jays history and like, but all of baseball, that bat flip.
It is.
Okay? So, Tim.
That's a classic
So,
piece of pitching right there.
you are, I'd say, probably more of the baseball purist out of the two of us. Right? I mean, you played baseball, you know all about it, it's your thing, your niche. I came into baseball a little bit later in life, you know, obviously thanks to your guidance. But I don't mind, you know, Tim Anderson going out there and just trying to make fun of the game. I think no matter what sport you play, it has to be fun. And if you're putting a lot of rules and regulations that don't condone fun, you take away... Oh, you... This is my nightmare and my luck today. This is what you're gonna give me, eh?
Don't have to answer.
This is what you're gonna give me, eh? Come on.
Oh my god. This is a pitch by pitch where I'm just kind of sweating.
Don't say, don't do.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's assuming our guy can catch this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was worried when it's like getting tired. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
A full count too, to boot.
I was trying not to take him out early, to be quite honest with you.
I feel like they've gone through the whole bench at this point now.
So I technically have Barnes coming up. So let me get guys warming up here. You're right. I have to warm it up for you because I won't do anything. Yeah. I also love how every time I come on, they keep bringing on lefties. Am I the only one who's noticed this?
I guess I didn't get a lefty. I was facing Chad Bettis there for a bit, and
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah, I got Caleb Smith. Last one out.
Oh no, I did face Caleb. I faced Smith.
Well, they brought him on for me. So you got the remnants of him. It's not my luck, man. Not my luck today. Okay, but we got Diaz here. I haven't been able to call much today either. Like, I'm really just feeling lost at the plate. I get those too. Where's... Come on.
Where's like the 3-pitch pitcher?
Make it a little bit easier. We're late in the game. Let's be honest. These guys do not have 5-pitch pitchers for all the relievers.
So hear me out. I'm gonna ask you to pitch hit. Your pitch hit?
Yeah. Barnes is done. We have the lefty. And I got only lefties. I mean, it's got to be Narvaez. He's the best hitter out of everybody on the bench.
I would not have bothered to do. I would have just bunted the ball and then changed Barnes. Logic being, the only way you can make this happen right now is a yaw.
That's what I'm hoping for. If I can pay my due to this game and try and fight for something here, it'll get... The baseball gods need to be in my favor. Right? I'm asking for a little help here, baseball gods. I need you to give me something.
Just a little bit.
Like, nothing. Calling absolutely nothing.
That's a great late protection right there.
I saw that one real late. Okay. Loving his changeup. I feel like I'm gonna keep getting it.
There you go.
That slapped.
There you go. I didn't.
That
get it.
slapped.
You proved my theory wrong, sir.
That's 19 speed on the base path. Do I want to pinch run him? No, because I got nobody. Unless
We have one person left on the bench.
Unless I'm calling Archer to come do that. Not probably happening this time around. Yeah, that was just early. I got a piece of it just enough to smack it
top
out.
of the order right now. A fair count.
Yep.
It's a 1-1. You did not catch it. That's the pro.
Yeah, oh, I know.
That's the pro.
I know, so he's throwing it team that time, eh? Surprised. He hasn't really given me that one at all. Okay, okay.
So, I'll quickly touch base on the finish. I love the character, charismatic. I just feel a player of Tim Anderson's caliber.
Can I just leave the episode?
I don't stand by it. No.
Is that alright?
This is a two-man thing.
Do you guys mind if I walk?
Yes.
Like, yes! I'm not. I don't know what it is. I'm just completely rattled right now. My confidence is like negative 16 points. That's where I'm at right now. Like, you know how, like, in most of these games, confidence boosts the player's confidence? Feeling good? Like, let's say I was like a 60 at this game. Now I'm just like 46.
Drop 60 points.
I dropped 16 points. I'm not even like a 50 player. Like my like hitting is 12. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, come on. How is he this good against a left?
Yeah, it's just... It is eaten. It is eaten. I'll give it to him. He is one of those hitters for a reason.
Get there!
Okay, come on. Leg it. Leg it. Beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't. That was a great play.
Okay. So,
That was a great play.
let me try and reassess my brain again.
Sorry. I'm gonna finish, not to cut you off here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
finish my Tim Anderson thing.
You finished
I
Tim.
don't agree Tim Anderson could have that,
But if you like it in the game, you can't pick and choose who does it.
because then my counterpoint to myself is I wouldn't like it if Mike Trout did it either. Mike Trout is just a purist, true hardball, amazing baseball player.
He's fantastic.
So I wouldn't like it if you, I guess, ultimate.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the
I'm
zone.
just
This is the one player I don't want to play against.
baffled. Baffled. So that being said, let me lighten up the mood here a bit. Lighten it up. So my pitchers, guys. I'm gonna finish off my fantasy rundown. I got Woodruff still kicking around from the Brew Crew.
There it is.
It's one. Come on, relax.
There it is.
I had bases.
Happening.
I had bases loaded. All right, you're fine. He's been kind of off and on. He started very well. Right now he's got 3 wins, 38 strikeouts over 31 innings, which is the key for me to keep him around right now. But his ERA is not looking good at 5.17. So I'm hoping he can get his stuff kind of sorted.
There
here.
it is.
Okay, come on, come on. Got speed in that corner. Okay, 8 speed on second. You're good. You're good. Okay, so Walker Buehler, other pitcher, starting to really kind of turn things around here for the Dodgers. ERA is a little high. He got slapped around his first few starts. I think it'll kind of level out. Josh Hader. I also got Jordan Hicks from St. Louis. Those really are my 2 main key save guys. Zach Eflin, who obviously we spoke about, got today's start. And I got Shane Green. Still playing great baseball.
I'm surprised that Detroit's playing how they're playing.
Dude, in 13 innings, he has 11 saves. A 1.38 ERA. And he gets pretty much 1 strikeout per inning he plays. Like, I don't think you can ask more from that guy right now. So, great stuff. From there, I took a chance on Gio Gonzalez. I was definitely okay with that. He had a good first start with the Brew Crew.
I've always been a Gio.
You know what?
Like way back with his days with the fucking.
He's efficient. That's what he is.
He's the current day Bird.
Bingo. From there, my last two starters, my two big boys, Marcus Stroman, who I really took a chance on this year. I didn't think much of it. He's got 1 win in 37 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts in that time, in a 1.43 ERA.
And the trade of.
Tell me.
Entertain the trade of trading Stroman now that he's on.
Yeah,
If someone came knocking on your door for your fantasy team.
If you're going to do it, you're not talking about.
I'm saying your fantasy team right now.
For me, no, because I think Stroman, if he goes somewhere else and he's on a better team and he get me more wins, I need it personally. As a franchise, yeah.
Franchise.
Bingo. And then last but not least, Carlos Carrasco. He's been battling some weird stuff injury-wise. Had a couple weird starts. Had a couple great starts where he's like 12 Ks. So I'm kind of waiting for him to level out, but Cleveland's been a weird team this year. He was. He's been day-to-day twice already this year and missed some time. So I'm waiting it out. I'm going to see kind of how it goes. He really was my first pitcher drafted this year. As we go deeper here, guys, my anxiety increases. Not loving it. I'm assuming I should probably just leave Spiritorian.
You're facing the bottom of the lineup. I don't see them. I don't think they have anyone left on the bench. So the pitcher has to hit.
So I know for a fact that I will not be giving anyone sliders. Learn my lesson on that one. We're at the top of the 13th right now, guys. I know this one's going the distance. We apologize. We definitely did not want to get to this point.
Was that right? This is. Oh no, they have a bench there.
How? I actually no. This is the 8th hitter. 8th hitter right now.
I saw him on the lineup coming up.
I want to mow them down and hit the yaw. That is all I want.
You want the
I want the walk
jack,
off.
eh?
I want the walk off.
Well, you got the heart of the lineup coming up.
Well, if I'm gonna get a hit, it's going to be 1 hit. So
you've had a couple hits.
Yeah,
double.
Probably not since like the 4th inning. Since then, I've been about as handy as Chris Davis.
Also, they pulled. Actually, okay, they're pulling in their backup pitcher.
Oh, give me a break.
Come on, and he's got 50 speed? You fucking kidding me right now?
Hey, he's going 2.
That's bullshit. That is.
That's, again, story of my life.
Maldonado, nothing.
Come on. Are you kidding me, Crawford? He doesn't even try and make that grab? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Just, little bloopy, apparently. Little bloopers. Oh my god.
There's a strikeout here.
If. Big if. And that's the game. Oh. You're assuming I'm going to do something with my at-bat. That is a problem. Do not have these assumptions. This game is now over. I have blown 3 runs. You did nothing wrong. I am walking. I am done. Oh, come on, man. I mean, he's dead.
You can pull him.
I mean, but I got the.
But Eden is fucking.
I got the matchup right now.
Eden, it doesn't matter if it's a lefty or a right. Never mind. Guess we can know. Oh.
There it is. There's a battle back. Depending on what this is. Okay, it's 1-1. Time. Yeah, it is time, unfortunately. Bear looks like to be the better guy here. Hendricks got a almost sub-5 ERA. Not trying to take my chances there. I'm blowing games right now, guys. That is what I'm doing. Yep. Thank God. That was a 4-seam on the outside. There it is. Okay. Okay. To lose the game.
It's 1 run.
Yeah, there's your boy now. Ozzy Alvarado. And another lefty. This is my nightmare. Springer, dinger. Won't hit any dingers with me because I don't have the
There you
connection.
go.
That's
down. That's gotta be down.
Can you tell me how everything is straight to a guy? Look at this. Good contact all around. That's what I deserved.
Cannot be more.
That's what I deserved on that one, apparently. That's great. Got Gaddis sold for 5 today. Not having himself a game here at all.
Bottom of the lineup actually that's doing damage. Him and Springer.
It's ridiculous because you would never think Springer to be a bottom of the lineup guy.
No,
Crazy.
he's the middle lineup. It's the bottom lineup that's been getting on, and then Springer.
Making the magic.
Yeah. That
Okay.
jack.
Well,
I've only counted for 1 home run. That's all I did.
well, you got guys on there too. I mean, you made the magic happen again. I'm just here for the ride.
Most of the game. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Standing in now, Brandon Crawford. 2-2.
Kind of missed having. If it was in the zone, it would flash. Kind of missed.
Zone setup.
Here now the 2-2.
Now you have to call the pitch and the zone, right?
Yeah.
I missed at least if you didn't get the pitch, you
Right here to put that
missed.
runner in motion. 3-2.
They,
which is a little bit of a cheat, but
cheat code. A little bit.
down.
Yeah, love those cheat codes.
Yes,
That's
buddy.
slap through.
Yeah, buddy.
That's okay. Pitcher's up next.
Good
No,
ball.
Diaz up first, actually.
Yes, he's on ball.
Diaz up first. I think he's 1 for 4 on the day.
They've been looking for right here. They've got a ton of hits.
2 for 5.
But no one's
Okay.
been able to
You know what? We do have a good, favorable matchup here.
pitchers kind of worked around trouble the entire
No,
time.
so I mean, it's
Another
there
inning
you go. Let's
going
do
right
third.
here. Let's see if they can
Okay.
get a big hit here
Okay.
right here. And bust
Let's
through it.
try and bring some focus. I'm just trying to, try and get a grasp for what my friend here is trying to do.
Here's the 2-1.
Oh my,
To 2-2 now.
97 on that 2.
Feature in big time velocity like
His
this.
pitches dance.
Late on that
Pitches
one.
dance.
It's your only chance.
I feel like he's gonna stick with the 2 seed. Really feels like that's where his stuff is.
Gotta be ready for the heat.
Now here's
That's
one
not gonna
Blooper.
drop.
Blooper.
side.
Not with my luck. A chance.
You know what, though? I feel like even if that does drop, they'll probably just.
There's a big out number 2.
What I want to bring in for my pitcher.
FPL, unfortunately.
Anybody here got better hitting than that guy? Archer, how's your hitting, brother?
I don't even think it gives you those numbers.
I don't get attributes for that. I feel like he's a better athlete. Man, oh man. Doing me no good here, but Mikey Freeman.
2-2 count. We gotta protect the plate. Look for what we need.
Yeah, if he wants to give me any of that business.
Oh, that levels out. That levels out.
If he had contacts at all.
It might be one of those days I drop the screen.
That's trouble. We don't want to get to that point.
Their final strike. Here it comes.
Jesus. Sweet Jesus. Okay.
Runners are moving. So
Okay.
bat on the ball or a walk.
You gotta feel like he wants to go with this payoff pitch. When going 2-seam heavy. Question is, where's he put it? Down low?
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he
Stay
misses.
away.
Okay.
Way to stay off that, Jeff. I have such a difficulty.
To third base.
Now, if Duffy can get this 0-4 off his fucking back.
Matt Duffy, as he's
My
got a
heart is
chance to
just
tie this ball game
on
up
fire
with
right
that
now.
equalizing run
I don't
just
know how to
90
feel.
Good
feet
count.
away at third.
One.
This one's blooped
Drop.
out toward right
Go,
Drop.
Go gap.
Drop!
And that will get down as he
Scoring
goes
two.
to
Scoring two. That's the game.
It's a base.
That's game!
And that's going to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put it there. Put
Oh.
it there.
Oh. Oh.
A real-time J that's done real-time things there. Sure.
Oh.
Way to battle back. I could never have taken that walk.
Oh my God.
That was just the right amount of blue.
Oh my God. All right. So now that I'm trying to pull my heart out of my ass,
Tell
win.
was
we came away with a dub.
played ball game in this one.
Big
The
win.
guy you
That was
They didn't even player of the game.
particularly notable to
Springer. No, Springer was the guy, man. He really held things down there. Yeah, great game, home run, double. All right, guys, that is the W in today's
Great
game.
offensive game on both parties. 15 hits, 12 hits.
Well, I mean, we did go freaking 13 innings. You'd hope there's some hits, at the very least. All right, so we will sim up to our next matchup real quick here. Okay, we got some equipment. I'm okay with this. program to choose 3 players. We will go check that out. So the month is done. We're going to September. Where do you want to head off to?
So
that was a home game.
Home.
You got Cincy, you got the Mets, ATL, Cleveland, and Washington. We're going to go to Washington. That'll get us a little bit deeper in here. So we did take the series. We swept. San Diego we took. We lost to Boston. We took out Miami. We're rolling right now.
Okay, so Strasburg's back.
So I'm a little afraid to auto-fix it.
To lose somebody.
Yeah, in case they
Wouldn't be the first time.
In case they make some mistakes here.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So Alcantara, you will go down to AAA. Use one of his options. Okay, now we need AAA to send somebody down. So let's go to AAA roster. We'll just go to whoever's last here. You are now... Hold on, does AA need? Yeah, they need one. You are now AA. Perfect. Now we're good to go. Strasburg gets back to... Oh, Strasburg gets back into his place. We will go back to the calendar. Maybe this is the game changer for us. This is what we need. We're a 500 team. Battling thing out here. Yeah, you fix their roster. I don't care. Iron Pigs are going on. So are the Fighting Phils.
Okay.
So we're going to keep rolling through here. We took the Cincinnati series. Fighting Phils are moving. Iron Pigs, unfortunately, didn't make it. We took some games there.
The league.
Not too bad. Wow. The boys have...
We're stringing together something here.
A little...
Now, I mean, okay, let's look at the standings. Well, okay, hold on. No,
we are 11 games back
82 the past 10, so we're hot.
of our division, though.
But where are we in the wild card league?
Of our division. I think that's obviously the one we need to look into. So, the Marlins, they had an unbelievable season.
We have a half-game lead on the Mets.
Wow. Do we just sim to the playoffs? If we can make it. Okay, one by one, guys. I know this episode's got a little long, but it's well worth the wait.
3 or 4.
And then sweep
There's
Miami.
there's no way we don't make the playoffs.
And then sweep Miami.
We
So,
caught fire.
wow. 1 game playoff, guys.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Strasburg versus Nelson.
Strassy's back.
Next episode.
Jimmy Nelson. So, guys, tune in for that.
Woo!
That's going to be a good one. Hopefully, I can provide some better hits. I apologize. That was all me. Sorry for this being a long episode, guys, but it's worth the watch. It's some fun. Hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Join the MMC family. MMC Nation. Growing every day, guys. We're pushing over 1,300 subscribers. Unbelievable.
I am baffled I did not post.
No.
Well, we were like 3 games below 500. I'm like,
Miracles happen. We didn't foresee ourselves hitting 1,000 subscribers either.
I get.
Oh, we're 1,300 deep in now, guys. We're rolling along here. So thank you guys again for so much. All the love and support you guys have provided through the years. You guys are amazing. We want to keep this thing going strong in 2019. Let's see where we can go. Let's see if Chef Tom and I can continue to make this something we're going to keep plugging away at. And we're hoping we can. And that's with all your help. Descriptions below. You guys know what's down there. All our social media pages. Go follow. Promo codes for Clutch Chairz and Redbubble. Chef Tom, 13 innings. Over an hour episode here. I mean, we went the long term.
I don't care. That was great value.
And the Phillies, turn it on. 1 game playoff. Sign it out, sir. What is your thought?
It's going to be a heartfelt game against St. Louis. Give it our best. Stay tuned. Better go home. Classic MMC right there.
One might say, better get off the pot.